Every night before you go to sleep, two versions of you stare at each other. One is the version full of potential, the one who knows exactly what needs to be done, the one who deserves success. The second is the version that wakes up and hits the snooze button, the one who chooses comfort, the one who always says, "I'll just do it tomorrow." I won't ask which version wins more often. You already know the answer. But you have to realize, your toughest war in this world isn't against other people. Your war is against yourself every single day. Conquering the illusion of comfort. You don't need motivation, you need discipline. Why can't you ever be consistent? You've got the vision board, you've got the motivational playlist, you know the steps. But why is it that every time you try to level up, there's a quiet voice whispering that damn word, tomorrow? Your enemy isn't laziness. Laziness is just a symptom. Your real enemy is the most comfortable illusion in your life, the lie of tomorrow. You live under the mantra that time is infinite. You feel safe because there's always another day to start the diet, send that business email, or fix the relationship. But listen to that clock ticking. That's not just the hands moving. That's the sand of your life falling down, and you can't turn it back up. Every second you procrastinate is a second you hand over to someone else who isn't making excuses. The lie of tomorrow isn't just your problem. It's the collective silent enemy of a generation spoiled by instant ease. You've been given access to all the information, but you're addicted to scrolling and delaying action. Procrastination isn't a harmless habit. It's a disease that eats away at your potential one piece at a time until nothing is left. Tomorrow is the graveyard of opportunity. Tomorrow is where the dreams you were too afraid to chase go to die. Content promise? The promise. I'm not going to give you calming self-care tips. Instead, I'm going to take you into the fire, into the brutal philosophy that births real strength. For the next 50 minutes, we're going to break down the root cause and establish the 3 eternal pillars that will break your procrastination curse forever. You don't need fake good vibes that only last 5 minutes. You need a steel foundation. You need a system that works even when you're tired, when you're not in the mood. After this, you'll have the tools to fight your weak self and start creating your own destiny. Ready? Let's start with the first pillar. Pillar 1. The forced path, the art of paying off your destiny today. Discipline isn't about feeling motivated. Discipline is a forced path you set up in front of yourself. Listen to the logic. Your brain is designed for comfort. In psychology, this is called present bias. Our ancient brain always chooses the small, instant reward, like the good taste of junk food or the dopamine hit from scrolling social media, over the big reward that takes time, like health or financial freedom. Discipline, bro, is the logical action that consciously rejects this ancient evolutionary bias. Discipline is a decision you make before the lazy or tired feelings even surface. How the forced path works. If you rely on feeling like it to start, you've lost before you even began. Discipline isn't a feeling, it's a mechanism. Say you want to write a book, but every time you open your laptop, you end up on Netflix. You don't need motivation to write. You need to force yourself into a position where you can't refuse. The 5-minute rule. I'm not asking you to immediately run a 26-mile marathon, but I'm asking you to promise yourself to do that hardest thing for just 5 minutes, minimum. Whether it's writing 1 paragraph, doing 10 push-ups, or opening that work spreadsheet you've been avoiding, just 5 minutes. Your brain will say, "Oh, that's quick." Once you start, momentum will be born. You'll be surprised, 90% of the time, you'll continue for 30 minutes. Discipline is born from inertia, not from burning passion. Inertia is a law of physics that says an object in motion tends to stay in motion. Burn the boats. This is a brutal philosophy from the past. When a general landed on enemy shores, he burned all his ships. Why? Because there was no option to retreat. No plan B. When you throw away plan B, you force yourself to win. Apply this. Cancel your retreat option. Pay for that gym membership for the entire year. Announce on social media that you will launch your project next month. Set the stakes so high that failure is no longer an option. Remember, your small discipline today is how you pay off your greatest destiny in the future. Stop feeling, start acting logically. Pillar 2, brutal consistency. It's not about effort, it's about your daily vibe. Anyone can work hard for a week. Everyone can go all out on the first day. But what separates the greats from ordinary people is this philosophy: brutal consistency. You have to embrace the fire. You have to realize that struggle is the forge of strength. Why must you accept discomfort? Because strength, discipline, isn't born in a soft bed. You don't build muscle with light weights. You build character and mental toughness with consistent challenge. The logic of the compound effect. You might have heard of the compound effect often, but you haven't truly internalized it. Imagine this. You try for a 1% improvement every day. That means by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than before. Conversely, a consistent 1% step backward will make you practically vanish. Initially, on day 30, the difference isn't significant. You and your friend who slacked off look the same. But by day 300, the gap between you two is like different galaxies. You don't have to be amazing every day. You just have to never be zero. Daily vibe versus final result. Forget the big results. That's just a lagging indicator, an indicator that comes later. What you need to maintain is your daily vibe. Did you show consistency today? Did you keep the promise you made to yourself? If your vibe is consistently positive, for example, you always wake up at 5 a.m. and read, regardless of the outcome of your work that day, then the results will be a bonus. Discomfort is the price of entry. That feeling of discomfort isn't a sign that you're on the wrong path. In fact, it's a sign that you're growing. When you run and your lungs burn, that means you're leveling up. When you learn a new skill and your brain feels heavy, that means new synapses are forming. When you reject comfort momentarily, you are actually investing in your mental toughness for the future, because you know what you sacrifice today is small comfort for eternal glory. Don't look for passion, look for rhythm. Daily rhythm, relentless consistency. Pillar 3, you versus you. Take 100% responsibility or shut up forever. This pillar is the hardest and most brutal, 100% ownership. It's time you stop playing the victim role. Most people fail because they waste their energy blaming. My boss isn't supportive. The economy is tough. I don't have the capital like that guy. Listen up. That's garbage. 100% ownership means you realize that everything that happens in your life, good and bad, is the result of your decisions or your inability to make a decision. You have no place to blame fate or other people. The logic of control. When you blame external factors outside your control, you automatically surrender your power to those factors. You become a passive victim. But when you take full responsibility, you force yourself to act. You have no choice but to find a solution. The mirror test. At the end of every day, face the mirror. Look yourself in the eye and ask, did I give my absolute best today based on the resources I had? Did I honor the promises I made to myself? That mirror won't lie. You'll know if you maximized your day or just made excuses. This mirror test isn't about perfection, but about self-integrity. No zero day. This is the simplest yet most effective strategy for Pillar 3. The principle is, there can't be a single day where you don't do at least one thing, no matter how small, for your biggest goal. If you're seriously sick, you can still read one sentence of your book. If you only have 10 minutes, you can tidy your workspace. This one thing is a symbol that you are still in control. It's a sign that you haven't given up and you honor your destiny. Your greatest strength isn't outside, it's inside, in your choice to wake up, face the mirror, and say, "This is all my fault. And because of that, I'm the one who's going to fix it." Reflection. Be the fire. Don't just light it. Now, you know the 3 pillars. The forced path. Forcing action in this moment to defeat the illusion of tomorrow. Brutal consistency. Maintaining the daily vibe of 1% growth, accepting pain as the cost of growth. You versus you. Taking 100% responsibility and fighting your weak self. I want you to change your mindset. You don't just do discipline. You must become a disciplined person. Discipline has to shift from merely a task to a part of your identity. An athlete doesn't try to train, they are an athlete who trains. A writer doesn't try to write, they are a writer who writes. Real change doesn't come from one epic moment in a motivational video. Change comes from the thousands of small, consistent choices you make when no one is watching. This isn't a magic button. This is a continuous forging process. You will fail. You will slip up. That's guaranteed. But what separates you from the people who quit is how fast you get back up, dust yourself off, and return to the forced path. The true action mantra, call to action. I don't want you to scream with enthusiasm. I want you to act specifically and calmly. Task 1, the price of glory. Close this video. Grab your journal or notes app right now. Write down with brutal honesty the 3 sacrifices, price, you must pay next week to achieve your biggest goal. Example, no scrolling after 9 p.m., no fast food, wake up 30 minutes earlier. Sacrifice is the proof of your commitment. Task 2, the first step. Determine the single most vital 5-minute action you will take tomorrow morning. Don't think about the outcome, only think about the action. Commit to the 5 minutes. That's all I ask. Take that step and you've chosen the right path. The choice is yours. The past is history that's already done. You can't change it. The future is a promise that may never be kept. You can't hold it. Your only true power, your only real battlefield, is in the now. Don't let fear or the false comfort of tomorrow steal one more day, one more hour, one more minute from the masterpiece you're supposed to create. You have the choice. You have the time. You have the tools. Now act on it. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. Show your weak self who's really in charge. Rise up. Take control. See you on the other side.